As somebody that came to America and didn't have any English background, I went through a lot. As we saw in the people from other countries, they got together and helped each other through the problem that they all were facing.
It breaks a lot of stereotypes. It also promotes immigrants in a very positive light.
They are secure, that they are articulate, regardless of their level of English, that they are proactive and willing to reach out to one another, that they are generally feel safe, that there is an element that they have a level of assimilation that allows them to move freely through their day and through their workday.
And in positions of integrity and power, and in positions where often they were disseminating information to other immigrants who were newer.
Say for the future, if you want to buy a house
or open my own business?
Exactly. Lots of immigrants do.
It's an important lesson just to see they accomplishing. They help each other, they accomplish at the end, and it's a big lesson, I guess.
Plus, I think teachers can use it in amazing ways in the classroom. I mean, there's a lot of applications that you could use as a teacher in the classroom. The teacher could do role plays of students preparing the questions that as parents they're going to ask the teachers of their children when they go to the school on parent-teacher night.
Making an appointment with a parent coordinator is something that's unique to the New York City school system. And so the fact that the video takes you through the process right from start to finish and gives you a script. And that's very important because talking on the telephone for students who don't speak English well is a terrifying experience. And so having a script modeled for you is very key in giving students the tools they need to take an action.
I practice my line. Before I go in, I just write my line. I repeat it a few times just to myself, and just this remind me of myself when I saw it. This is a good example for people to see, and they learn from it.
One of the things I really like, the one-sided telephone conversation. So often in these things produced for ESL students, you get everything handed to the student, and here you actually hear only one side of the conversation, and it gives our students a chance to fill in.
Are you going? We have to go. It's our job. Don't worry, Fatima. Last year, I didn't understand anything either.
And that is almost always missing from videos.
The program provides a good model like question formation or showing concern, giving recommendations, asking for advice. And then, of course, the grammar structures are there. The modal auxiliaries, which everybody needs practice in, there they are. And of course, it's just the vocabulary, the very simple and the more complex. Each episode has a mixture. So there's all kinds of different language going on, which lends to the realism, but also lends to the teachability of it. You can start and stop it. It's got enough going on so that you can show half of it and ask students to predict what's going to happen next. You could start in the middle and ask students to predict what's happened already. You can show them an episode without explaining it and ask them just to tell you what they see. There are many, many ways to use this video in your classroom.
You see a real production of language on their own, and I think it's valuable, it's production of language at whatever level.
Maybe, for example, he's going to invite some person, some lady to have a dinner or something like that. Of course, he wants to impress and pay, of course, the first time.
But here it's different. A man and woman pay too, but the first day, for me, it's important the man pay, but the other day maybe you can pay too.
We are New York engages really well my students. It's very important to be happy while you learn, and that's what I like about We Are New York. There are not many materials out there like this one. For me, this is the first time I actually see something like this, like We Are New York. So I would recommend to, all instructors, to my coworkers definitely, to be part of this.
I find that the goals are hit right on in terms of family literacy, parents getting involved in their children's education, opening a bank account, budgeting, the importance of contributing to one's community. All these things are laid out beautifully in these shows.
Something that characterizes particularly newly arrived immigrants is a desire to stand in the background and to watch and to not take a false move.
I don't think I can do it.
Yes, you can.
It works against the inclination of someone who's in a strange place and not sure how to act, and gives them confidence to step outside of that barrier and to actually take action and to be proactive.
Before I was scared. When I first come here, I was scared to talk to people, to anyone. But this should just tell me, like, you don't have to scare.
We are New York is fun.
Educational.
Well made.
Intellectually stimulating. It really is.
And We Are New York, I believe, will be a very valuable tool to all teachers in New York City.
Today, I learned something special. Yeah.
You have to let them hear your voice.
We are New York.
Okay, great. We're finished. That was beautiful.